Good morning everyone. In this lecture we will discuss methods of starting synchronous motor. So it consists of 4 methods. First one by using pony motors, that is small induction motor. Second using damper winding. Third as a slip ring induction motor, and fourth by using small DC machines coupled to it. So in the previous lecture we have discussed that synchronous motors are not self-starting. Means as we are giving supply to stator and rotor both, then also due to rotor inertia, rotor will not tend to move in any particular direction. So when we have to give some initial jerk or we have to give some initial push to the rotor in a particular direction, so that rotor and stator will get into the synchronism and your synchronous motor starts. So similarly, in that way, in the first method, we are using a pony motor or a small induction or DC motor to run a rotor up to a synchronous speed or somewhat lesser than a synchronous speed. Then the speed of your rotor is somewhat lesser than the stator speed. When the both magnetic axis of rotor and stator came into the alignment, there will be the synchronism between stator and rotor. So this is the first method. In this, with the help of external device like a small induction motor, which is called as the pony motor, we are rotating the rotor of synchronous motor. And as your rotor starts rotating, we are giving supply, we are giving DC excitation to rotor. Then there are formation of poles on rotor and stator, and at a particular instant your rotor is get pulled into the synchronism with the stator. So this is the first method. Now second method is by using damper winding. Now what is this damper winding? So on a rotor, the additional field winding we are using. There is a field winding on rotor, but with this field winding we are using one additional winding consisting of a copper bars, and these copper bars are permanently shorted with the help of end rings. Okay. So such an additional winding is called as the damper winding. So this construction will looks like this. This is these two are the windings on a rotor. This is the field winding with the DC supply, and this is the damper winding, which is a permanently short circuited path. Okay. On this damper winding there is a stator. Now when we are giving balanced 3-phase supply to our stator, the stator will produce rotating magnetic field. Now this rotating magnetic field will swipe over on this damper winding. EMF will induce inside this damper winding. Current will start flowing into the damper winding, and because of the torque, our rotor starts rotating. In a short way, this whole construction will acts as a squirrel cage induction motor. So this motor starts as a squirrel cage induction motor, and at a particular instant we are giving this DC supply. We will going to switch on this DC supply. As soon as we switch on this DC supply, there will be the formation of poles on a rotor, and this rotor will get pulled into the synchronism with the stator. So in this method we are using this damper winding. With the help of this damper winding, first our motor starts as a squirrel cage induction motor. Then when we are giving supply to the rotor field winding, then rotor will get pulled into the synchronism with the stator. This is the second method. Then third method as a slip ring induction motor. So in a second method we are starting our synchronous motor as a squirrel cage induction motor. In the third we are starting our induction motor as a slip ring induction motor. Now observe this figure. This is the stator of 3-phase synchronous motor. This is the rotor of 3-phase synchronous motor with the slip ring and brush assembly. So here we have a movable contacts. Now first we are moving these contacts to this variable resistor. We are connecting this contact with the variable resistors like this. So this whole arrangement, if you hide this